Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I am Nelson.
And I'm Wendy.
And I am here at her house. Today is a very special day because Wendy is part of the Flamingo Gardens Orchid Society, which is located in Davie, Florida. It's a very, very well recognized and known historical landmark. It's a botanical garden that was actually donated in 1969. I think it's when it was established, but as a state garden. But before that, it was owned by a couple that turned it into this beautiful garden. And that Orchid Society is going to come here today to go on a garden walk. And Wendy's going to explain to you exactly. So take it, Wendy.
So we're going to just do a garden walk from my house and also my neighbor's house. And what we do is we kind of share how we grow our orchids, the care that we have for them. You know, like in my case, I grow on trees, I grow on my grid wall.
She has a grid wall like me, but hers is really nice.
It's a nice space saver.
Yes.
So I do that, and I also grow, like I said, on my oak trees. I grow on some of my palms. So I'll be sharing some of that with the group. And
I'll be recording. So that I thought, you know, why not invite myself? I'm not part of the society, but I kind of feel like I am because I've been hanging out with you guys. We did that great, what was it, the display?
We did a display, great teamwork. We got first place.
First place,
so
it was awesome. So congratulations again for that. That was really cool.
Thank you for your help.
So anyways, the whole gang is going to be here later on. I kind of got here early so we can get the whole thing started. So once they're here, I will continue. And how many gardens are we going to see?
Just two.
Two, yours and
literally my next door neighbor.
So the next door neighbor. So it's not going to be a lot of walking. We're just going to cross over the next door neighbor. But from what I see here, it's really beautiful. So let's cut it right here so we don't do too much chatty.
Okay.
Because that coffee is hitting. She just made me coffee. I'm like, blah, 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 blah.
Yes, getting him prepared.
All right, guys, let's go see some beautiful garden. Guys, so everybody is arriving. Half of the people are here. She told me it was a pretty healthy group, about over 20. So this is actually Wendy's beautiful display and collection of orchids. This is what you saw on the background. I was telling her that everything is so clean. I wouldn't expect anything less from Wendy because she is the most detailed and OCD person in a very good way when it comes to keeping her things, not just orchids. But look how beautiful they look. They're so healthy. You spray them. Yeah. We got them like many days ago. They look a little rusty. Very cool. Well, there is a the higher you go, the more flowers you see.
In Hollywood,
I wonder. Look at that Dendrobium.
Height. Those are like $50 each. No, and
how do you call them?
They're
Because like how do I like even if you look up on the online, how do I call that?
All right, it will come to you. There is a brand name associated with them, but they're basically grid store displays, right? They come, I think, from 4 feet all the way to 8 feet. Right.
They're so high up there.
I like the high up. I like it.
Right. Probably more sun up there.
Yeah.
They probably get more sun up there.
Right. I like the fact that she's got
because she has
the oak trees to protect. So
my neck doesn't like it that it's way up there. Yeah, I had to stretch all the way up there to film. That one flower is gorgeous, gorgeous cattleya. Here's the chocolate Dendrobium, one of my favorite Dendrobiums. They do really well. She probably got this from the same place I got mine, Udeli's. What a pretty flower.
Was she at Sunshine Acres? Where was she?
No, she was in Country Club.
Look how beautiful she has all this here. So pretty.
Enjoying the things that we use.
I just like how neat she keeps everything.
I like that, and I like the.
And these are great ideas. Notice how she takes the wall grids. You can get these on Amazon if you guys want these. You can buy it on Amazon. If you're here in Florida, there's SNL store displays. I think it's SNL in Doral. Store displays, and that's where I've gotten mine. And sometimes you can get like these big sales. Ooh, so many birds. You can get these great sales and pay peanuts for like a pack. Like they'll sell, I've seen them even in marketplace, Facebook, selling them at that same place for discontinued pieces or oversized for like $20 a pound, because they're not cheap. They're not overly expensive, but they're not cheap. Look, this is the one that she got from Pam, just like me. This is a Dendrobium. It's a species. Hold on, let me see where she has her tag. And she got in the same place, I believe, that I got mine. Really cool.
Because all that mineral, it doesn't have the mineral.
I'm loving this Tempenses. This is the Alba Tempenses. They're great to grow out here in Florida. They do really, really well. These encyclias are one of the most resilient ones to heat, to rain. Why not? That's the name of this orchid. Why not?
Yes.
Beautiful color tones.
I'll put the brick.
And then she has the hangers from Ophi's. Look how cool. She hangs the chains off the oak trees and then just lays them out here. This is perfect. Perfect lighting. Oak trees give you the perfect lighting.
5 years. And
5 years?
So her gram has been growing on top of this tree for 5 years, she's saying.
Spikes, and I don't know because of the cold. She only gave me
She only gave you one spike
this
this
spike.
year.
But a lot of new growth. How old is that?
The same thing.
About 5 years. Only? Oh my
I
God.
think that's really great.
With good care and good feedings, you will definitely get
Actually, you should have much more like.
good results. Let me see. I didn't get to see these here. My God, look how many spikes. There's spikes here. Ooh, look at this showstopper. Really beautiful. Guys, I'm not doing a lot of talking today. Some of you are probably like, thank God. Because it's just such a beautiful morning and it just sounds so good with the birds. That'll be nice just to show the flowers. It's really nice getting together with orchid societies to film this. Now, usually orchid societies, when they do this, they are private events for the members. But I do speak to the societies to film it because when you guys see a community like this coming together on a Saturday morning, everyone got up really early. Isn't that beautiful? So you see a beautiful community of people coming together, and I think she's the president of the society. They're talking about the Saficha. So you see that people come together, and some of you viewers have said, oh, I wish I knew some friends that I could make, or some people I could become friends in orchid world. I don't know anybody. I don't like going by myself. Well, this is what you do. You join a club, a society somewhere near your area. I'm sure there's one. And that's where you're going to meet your orchid buddies. And you get to do all these kind of exclusive things like this. Going to each other's homes, seeing how each person grows it, seeing how each person displays their orchids, which is very important. It's not just about feeding and growing, it's about how you display it, what you display with what, selecting the right orchid to go with the right species. This is beautiful. This is a golden bloom, maybe? No, this is not. Oh, it smells like one.
And you can look it up and
Let me see.
verify, but look, it's the same.
What are you, Mama?
This is at the meeting.
Yes, you are a golden doubloon. Golden doubloon from Banyan. This is like the same one I have. Mine is so big, but man, it is refusing to bloom. I don't know if it's using all. Wendy will kill me if I don't put this right back the way it was there. And she will notice. Wendy is the kind of person that if I move this right here just a little bit to the left, she'll be like, why is this moved to the left? So anyways, let me show you this one. I just don't want to knock anything down. Sorry, Wendy, I'm gonna go in here. Look at this, guys. What a beautiful pink that is. If I would have left you out, I would have not liked myself. Because you are really, really beautiful. Who are you? Are you a Moats? Let me see. Luke, Joanne. I think I remember when she got this. Or maybe I'm confusing this with somebody else. It's really, really pretty. Ooh, my phone screen feels like it's boiling. It's been so hot, guys, that when I film, it turns off. There's more spikes. She has spikes everywhere. All right, let me take a little walk. Now, the reason I put the camera down like this, it's because out of respect, I don't want to start showing the address. Some people do not appreciate that. But look in front of her house. How beautiful. She has these gorgeous oncidiums just blooming and giving so much color to this little spot right here. This is absolutely beautiful. And that sun cracking right through it is a perfect lighting for these gorgeous, gorgeous flowers. I'm trying to see if you can see any of the birds, but no. Now this is her neighbor. Again, I'm pointing up just to avoid, well, you can't see with this tree. Here's her neighbor's home. I will show you this when we tour on this side. I don't want to get ahead of myself, but I will show you that she did it on both trees, both oak trees, and she uses Spanish moss to maintain. Remember I told you guys when I mounted my oncidiums, make sure you put some moss if you're doing bare root, because that root needs to establish. She does a little sachet bag, so it drips. I think this is Nosma coat, what she uses. Puts it all the way around, make sure it drips, and also uses some green moss. All right, guys, this is the Schomburgkia wall that we were talking about earlier. How beautiful that is. Look at the size of that. And look, she gets a little bit of sun, so this is like when you go to the beach and you get a sunburn and you get some color. It doesn't really hurt the plants. When you see them turning into these granny apple colors and getting like reddish, that's good for blooming.
You'll see the results of it, yeah. It says it's ripply, the Schomburg ripply says that's the water. And then the juice on the corners.
That is beautiful.
It's obvious.
Everyone, let's gather around. Where do you want to
They're
start?
getting together.
Would you like to start for the tour? You want to give us a general background and then we start, or how do you want to do it?
That's Alice, president.
We could start here and go next door and then come back if there's any questions or anything anybody wants to ask.
Oh, absolutely. You can put it on the table.
Oh, there's refreshments and some croquetas, pastelitos, if anybody's got a...
Does everybody know one another? Let's see.
Doubtful.
Let's go around real quick. Let's start here. Seth,
Seth. Seth.
Irene,
Jackie.
Leslie.
Robin.
Hugh.
Sharon.
Risa.
Wendy.
Melissa. Sonia.
Amala,
Lucy. Marisa.
Mauro.
Alice. Okay, we're all here. Oh, and
Now!
Is there a translator?
Yeah, I know.
Because I won't remember.
Oh, I know. I'm waiting. I didn't bring my name tag.
Test it in. Okay.
all right. Take it away.
All right. Well, welcome everybody to my house. I'm, excited to have you all here. I've been preparing, trying to get everything in order for you guys. As you can see, I have a corner house, so I'm very fortunate that I have east-facing light that comes from the sun when it comes in the
We were
morning,
saying that.
which is fantastic because this is the best type of lighting you can give your orchids. Okay. And I also have oak trees, which kind of help to filter out the sun. All right. Now I do have everything in certain spaces according to the light that they need. Some need more light. So for example, you'll start seeing the right-hand side here starts to get more light. Okay. So I tend to have like my purpuratas and certain orchids and cyclias that are on that side because they can take more sun. Okay. And then obviously as you get more this way, it's a little bit more filtered light.
Right.
So normally what I do is when I get any new orchids and I try to acclimate them, I'll start off from the left and maybe start moving to the right.
Yeah.
Okay, depending, or even vice versa. Even using
That
this
makes sense.
one.
You have a system?
I have a system. I do.
You gotta
So
have a
Wendy,
system.
do you actually research your orchids?
I do. So anytime, very important when you're going to go to an orchid show and you fall in love with an orchid that looks really pretty, look it up. Look up the tag, what type of orchid it is, what requirements, can you give it the requirements it needs. Sometimes the orchids are cool growing. We don't have really cool temperatures unless you want to grow it inside your house.
Yeah.
Or you have a refrigerated
So it's really
greenhouse.
important to educate yourself as to what the requirements are for the orchid. All right, so yes, I do research.
Because a lot of times
That's
the
good.
shows, what they're selling you is something from San Francisco. That
I know.
takes San Francisco's
And it
weather.
won't work here.
Sometimes you'll get, not to say any vendors, but you'll get some that they do. And there's people that want to collect them and they're able to. Maybe they have a cool growing system in their
you
home.
better know
but
that before you buy it.
Controlled and
They're
they
just,
control it.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right, guys, so now we're going next door to Wendy's neighbor's house. She is the person responsible for Wendy's passion of orchids. And it's great to live next door to the person who got you started on orchids, because both of you will be very happy collecting and putting on the trees and no one's going to complain. Look how beautiful her front tree is. It's stacked with orchids. Now you see, guys, I'm gonna show you something now that you probably didn't notice, right? For you guys that have started collecting orchids, or you have just a few in your collection, you always ask me, when do I get to bloom them? They take too long to bloom. And this is a perfect example. Look how many she has here, and very few are blooming. Do you know why that is? Because orchids don't always bloom. So if you want to see a lot of blooms, you have to get a lot of different types of orchids and fill in the gaps with beautiful plants that bloom, like this Hoya right here that is absolutely gorgeous. This is a pubicalix. Let's see if I can't see this tag. I can't tell what this says here. Yeah, I think it says pubicalix, but I recognize the flower because it is a flower. It smells like chocolate. Has a chocolate smell. There we go. I thought my light was on. That's much better. Beautiful. Look at that cute little tiny thing in here. Pull it out. I can't see it. Sorry, guys. It's a Matrata, but trying to see what kind of. It's the yellow and pink one. Satan Fidenia Matrata, but this must be like a yellowish pink one. Very nice. So you see, guys, there's still plenty of orchids here that are not blooming, and that's what happens. There's plenty of spikes, but like I said, they don't all bloom at the same time. So when you don't have that many, don't be disencouraged. I know that some people have been discouraged due to lack of blooms, and Mercedes said it best. If you want a garden that's constantly blooming, you have to wet your feet with all different types of orchids that bloom in different kinds of seasons. That way you always have some, and divide them. As they get big, divide them and put them throughout your yard, so that way you get more and more blooms.
She obviously, you can see, she has a difference in the way that the sun hits and how much coverage she has. She doesn't have what I have. So for her, she's a little bit, you know, she can only grow a certain type of orchid, right? Sometimes it can do better with sun, right? So for example, this is her Bromatophyllum. She's had this for many years as well. She's got quite a few spikes on it. This gets sun. See? She gets all sun here. Right? And then this was her Chimberkio that she's had that for many years. I remember when she had it was little. And it's actually broken the pot. She said, I'm gonna wait for it to finish blooming. Once it's done blooming, she's gonna find a bigger pot to put it in. Alright? But you can see the huge size of this plant and all the spikes that it has. And she's separate. I mean, yeah, but she likes to have a big specimen plant. Yeah.
Mine have purple flowers.
So these are her two big specimen plants that she has. Growing Cattleyas for her is a little bit tricky because she doesn't have the right light needed. She'll rather burn it or be too little shade, and it doesn't get enough to get in.
She has beautiful, beautiful specimens in here.
So she has a lot of sun-loving bandas. They do well here for her. She has specialatums in the back. You can see them up there. The spike blooming.
Is there a question back there? About one of your weeds back here. Oh, weed.
Here is a Rene Marquis.
Oh, well.
Or is this no, Rene Marquis, Miss Joaquin.
So then under this tree over here, she'll grow some other types of orchids that can take a little bit less sun. She has more Schomburgkias, more sun-loving bandas.
Miss Joaquin.
Miss Joaquin, yeah.
She left Mr. Joaquin back in the day. Look at this, how beautiful down here. See, I love when this happens, right? Like, you just start putting them everywhere and you look in the little corner and boom, there it is. Right there in this little tiny corner of her garden. And that beautiful, beautiful flowers. Just
Flower bush.
that sun is cracking rocks. This is absolutely beautiful. These are what they call the sherry babies with incredible fragrance. Smells like chocolate.
Yeah?
Yeah, it smells like chocolate.
Those are the ones you have, don't you?
No, you're not in the way. Did you smell it?
Oh, yeah.
Doesn't it smell good? It's like melted chocolate.
Yeah.
So tranquil. Did I capture it? Yeah, I did capture that one. I want to go back to this one. It's just the way the light is hitting it. What a beauty. Gorgeous, right? Sorry. Look at this gram. There's a gram she was just talking about. And it has no medium. Just put it in a pot. You don't need to use medium on grams, guys. You actually will kill it if you do that. And it, like she said, it gets sun. Once it's over here, it's probably about 10 o'clock right now. It's still very early in the morning. I got here like super early. So by 11:30, 12 o'clock, I'm sure it's going to have full sun. And look at how beautiful it looks. So your grams could do well out in the sun. You just have to learn. And by the way, this Schomburgkia I was showing you guys, look at the size of it. You have to acclimate your orchids into the sun. Don't just buy them and put them in the sun, because most orchids are not grown out in the sun.
They have 2 huge tubs, this big, probably about close to 4 feet wide, 30 something. And it is layered with orchids like a cake. So you start at the
All right, guys, while they're over there watching the front, which I already showed you, I'm going to show these gorgeous Dendrobiums that Wendy has here on this tree that actually separates her neighbor and her home line, property line. They have this really cute tree filled with Dendrobiums.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I love these. These are really pretty. I'm trying to get a good focus on this. For some reason, there we go. Love yellow flowers.
So my low light growing orchids, they're here. So my slipper orchids, my Phalaenopsis, I have them in here growing. They get enough light, bright light, but not directly or anything, full sun or anything. And I control the watering as well here. Okay. Very nice.
It's just spotting on the leaves.
Yeah, that's
It's the shutters.
So
It was right next to
this my house inside. If I feel it's wet, I do not water. Once it's dry, I water.
Okay, the same as this?
Yes, I stick and I try to feel. These are gonna dry quicker because of the medium that I have. So technically, at least once a week.
They're not necessarily hard to grow. You just
Novelty.
She is absolutely gorgeous.
But these guys, some of them I have them they're bagged, some of them are not. These are like in clay.
They don't like being.
Yeah, mine are all in baskets. And they're with bandas. Right, so they get watered every day.
No, they just put out.
Okay with that? No yellow leaves?
Oh, I love that. That's the next one.
No, but there's a very fast draining medium.
Oh, really?
And they're at an angle.
Okay. Yeah, some of them they're already trying to grow out to the side.
Right.
They're happy that way, so I leave them. Just like this one. Scorchiana. That's my story.
That's gorgeous one.
That one's beautiful. That flower is gorgeous. I love the pink on top and like that cream on the bottom.
You know, if it's growing and
The
it's
basin good.
not got dead leaves, you know.
It's fast draining medium that's on this one, so it doesn't really affect it too much. I just try to catch it so it doesn't try falling on the other ones. I just try to control that.
Those are cute mounts. They're great. You can never have too many.
It's true.
Never have too many Geneva pieces of wood.
Right? Never. So guys, in clubs you get all these little perks. You get some good cedar wood to mount your orchids that Wendy was so kind to put together, and just little perks like that. And there's always somebody that's going to bring some type of orchid or some type of orchid related product. And so here we have like a little raffle going. She's going to raffle her Phalaenopsis.
We do whatever we
We have
can.
some pastelitos and American coffee and of course water.
I may have some I can
All right, guys, I think I'm going to end it here because now they're going to go and have their society meeting here. They're going to talk about different events and things like that. So I will see you on the next episode. I hope you enjoyed this very, very special episode. I will say right here goodbye since Wendy's right there. All right, guys, I'm Nelson. You've been watching Nature Nel in this gorgeous garden visit with the Flamingo Orchid Society. And if you guys want to have fun buying orchids and learning about orchids, this is what you do. You learn so much. Just hanging out with them, I gotta tell you, I learned several things because these societies, everyone has like a superpower. You know, everyone selects a type of orchid they like to grow, a type of plants. And so when they come across something, they'll talk about that with a lot of conviction and a lot of knowledge because that's their area of expertise. So when you're in a club, you get to collect a little bit of everybody's area of expertise, making you pretty much a jack of all trades. And a good jack of all trades, because you'll start applying what has become successful to your orchid peers. All right, so no more of my rant. I just want to add that because it's very important for you guys to see that orchid societies are not just sitting in a cold room listening to someone talk. That is part of it, and usually the talks are really good because they bring in speakers. And by the way, in September, I will be a speaker for this society, which I'm really excited. It'll be my very first. I'm trying to make time to go and speak at different societies. I've been invited for a while now, and just time has not been on my side. But I am going to go in September, and I'm going to be with these lovely people, and we're going to talk about. Sure, I'll take one.
One more.
Thanks.
You're not taking it.
Yeah, I'm going to be in the raffle. I'm the honorary member. All right, guys, perfect time to leave. I am Nelson. This is the beautiful Flamingo Gardens Orchid Society. You are watching Nature Nel. And remember to always, always keep it green. See you next time.